Finally, a Russell Westbrook video. I've been waiting on this video for a long time. But what's going on YouTube with your boy Lil Trady back with another video. And I'm talking about one of my favorite players in the league, the Brody himself, Russell Westbrook. Before I get started with this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. My Instagram is down in the description box. And let's get started with this video. Russell Westbrook is definitely one of the best players in the league. And to me, he's a top 50 player of all time. I got him at 41. And he's also a top 10 point guard in my opinion of all time. Because the way that he accomplished a lot of stuff is remarkable. Sure, he doesn't have a ring, but at least he has some accolades to prove that he's a top 50 player in NBA history and a top 10 point guard of all time. As sure, I can talk about all the positives about Russell Westbrook. We gotta talk about the negatives, and there's a lot of negatives we gotta talk about. But in 2008, Russell Westbrook was picked the 4th overall pick back in 2008 by the Seattle Supersonics. As the previous year, they just drafted Kevin Durant in 2007, and now they got a new duo of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. But the Seattle Supersonics moved to Oklahoma City and became the Oklahoma City Thunder. As Russell Westbrook in his rookie season, he had a pretty solid rookie season as he made first team all rookie. And sure, he didn't win Rookie of the Year because that obviously went to Derrick Rose, but he still had a solid rookie season as he kept getting better and better every year as he made his first All-Star appearance back in 2011, and the Thunder kept getting better and better, and the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2012 made it to the NBA Finals. Yes, in 2012, at 23 years old, him and Kevin Durant and James Harden went to the NBA Finals. They beat teams like the Lakers and the Spurs, but they did go in a heartfelt 5-game series against the Miami Heat, as Russell Westbrook obviously underperformed in that series, and Kevin Durant was obviously the best player in that game, in that series, I believe. I'm not saying he was better than LeBron, but Kevin Durant was obviously the best player on the team, as he kind of picked up the slack for Russ. As Russ, he had critical moments where he turned the ball over, took unnecessary shots, and that kind of did cost the Thunder that series, to be honest. But we're not letting James Harden off the hook neither, because he played as bad as Russ. But back to Russell Westbrook. As Russell Westbrook, he kept getting better. As in 2013, the Oklahoma City Thunder had a 60-22 record and was on verge of meeting the Miami Heat back in the NBA Finals. But things took a turn to the worst as Russell Westbrook in Game 2, as they called a timeout, Patrick Beverley did an uppercut knee on him, and Russell Westbrook tore his meniscus, and the result of that missed him the rest of the season. Then we go to 2014, the next year, as Russell Westbrook, he's back, but Russ, he didn't look good in 2014 as he underperformed in the series against the San Antonio Spurs. And then we go to the next year, Kevin Durant, they had get hit with the injury bugs as Kevin Durant missed like 50 games with a foot injury, and Russell Westbrook missed some games, but he still led the league in scoring with 28 a game. Then when we go to the next season, it was really the Oklahoma City Thunder's year, as they were up 3-1 against the reigning defending NBA champions in the Golden State Warriors. And they had the Warriors on the ropes, the 73-9 Golden State Warriors on the ropes. And in games 5 and 6, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook should have won those games, but because of poor shooting performances for both KD and Russ, cost them the series. As we got to blame Kevin Durant for some of those failures on Oklahoma City Thunder too. But we can't just blame everything on Russ, because Kevin Durant, he was with them. So we can't just say everything is all on Russell Westbrook. Even though Russ in the last 3 games wasn't that great, as he shot below 40% from the field and turned the ball over 5 times a game, because as usual, Russell Westbrook's a turnover machine. It resulted in him losing the rest of the series as they blew a 3-1 lead, obviously. And Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, they both underperformed, as Russell Westbrook was just pitiful in those last 3 games. He was turning the ball over, he was taking unnecessary shots, especially in Game 6, which was very winnable, but because of both Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook shooting poorly from the field, cost them that game. And to me, that was a really winnable game because they were up like 10 points in the fourth quarter, and they had them on the ropes. But that was the end of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook's duo, as Kevin Durant went on to the Golden State Warriors and win 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs, while Russell Westbrook in his MVP season averaged 32 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds, shooting 42% from the field and 34% from 3 on nearly 7 attempts a game. And he was remarkable that season. I want to go on and say he was great that season. He had 42 triple-doubles, which broke Oscar Robertson's record for the most triple-doubles in the season. And result of that led Russell Westbrook winning the 2017 MVP. And a lot of people say he didn't deserve it, but because of those numbers, to me, he deserved it, as he carried that Oklahoma City Thunder team to a top 6 seed in the Western Conference, and people didn't expect him to make the playoffs. But he carried them to the playoffs and led them to a 6 seed, but they went out in 5 games against the Houston Rockets. As Russell Westbrook, he played solid in that series. He did outplay James Harden in that series. And James Harden, a lot of people said MVP should have went to Harden. But to me, I gotta give it a Russ, because he had one hell of a season. And then next year, obviously they talk about this whole super team, as they traded for both Paul George and Carmelo Anthony to call it their so-called super team. But that didn't work out, as in the playoffs they went out in the embarrassing 6-game series against the Utah Jazz, which they should have won, as Russell Westbrook underperformed until game 6 where he showed up, but it wasn't enough, as they went out in 6 games. And then the next year against the Portland Trailblazers, Russell Westbrook once again underperformed, as Damian Lillard torched him and closed them out with one of the most cold-blooded game winners that I have ever seen, and waved the Oklahoma City Thunder goodbye. And that was the end of Russell Westbrook's era in Oklahoma City, as he was traded to the Houston Rockets for Chris Paul and 2 first-round picks. As Russell Westbrook in Houston, he had a phenomenal season, made another All-Star appearance, and made 3rd-team All-NBA. And Russell Westbrook, in the beginning of the season, he really didn't play that great, as he only averaged 20 points, but didn't do it efficiently. But when we get to they traded Clint Capella, because Russell Westbrook likes space on the floor, and he think trading Clint Capella was the right thing. But to me, it wasn't the right thing. But Russell Westbrook, after that Clint Capella trade, Russell Westbrook went off. Like, Russell Westbrook looked like a top 5 player in the league, as Russ averaged 32 points, shot 53% from the field, and 34% from 3. As Russell Westbrook was phenomenal. And he also has free throws up, as he shot 76% from the free throw line. So Russell Westbrook was phenomenal throughout January to February. Like, for real, when they traded Clint Capella, he had more spacing and he had more times to create his own shots. But that was kind of a bad decision by the Houston Rockets, as they went small ball, obviously. And then when we get to the playoffs, Russell Westbrook in the Oklahoma City Thunder series, he missed some games with a quad injury. But when we get in the playoffs, he looked terrible, as he only averaged 18 points, as he shot 42% from the field and 24% from 3, and turned the ball over 4 times a game, and shot 53% from the free throw line, and almost cost him the series against the Thunder, as he had that costly turnover. But that was Russell Westbrook. And then the second round, they went out in 5 games against the Lakers. And then Russell Westbrook requested a trade and got traded for John Wall. And now he's with the Washington Wizards. And yeah, you know what's going on. The Wizards suck, and they're below the East. But that includes this video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell for notifications. Is this it for Russell Westbrook? Is this it for him for his NBA career? But what y'all think? Hit that comment section down below. Y'all stay safe and stay healthy, y'all. This your boy Lil Trady signing out. Peace.